Hi, I'm Stacey and welcome to my Book Nook. And today we're going to be doing something just for a bit of fun. I'm going to be recommending books based on your favourite drinks. So I've based this not on anything particular, just on vibes. So that's what I will go through. So if you're a black coffee drinker, then I would like to recommend to you Babel by R.F. Kuang, because black coffee drinkers to me, it just screams dark academia. It screams to me that you would probably enjoy some kind of historical fiction and enjoy this kind of cover, because it's all very sketchy and beautiful, and I just think you'd enjoy it. This follows a young man who is going to the Language Institute, which is the Tower of Babel, and that is in Oxford, and it details what happens there, and a lot happens there, and that's all I'm going to say on it. That's what I would recommend for that. If you are the kind of person who loves a pumpkin spice latte or any kind of flavoured latte, I would recommend to you Felix Ever After. It follows a trans man who is outed, essentially, and how Felix deals with it. And it's very much a coming of age story, and I loved it. I gave it 5 stars, so I think that you would enjoy that too. The next one, I think, is kind of obvious. If you are a big tea drinker, and I'm thinking English breakfast tea for this kind of thing, but actually any kind of tea would work, I would like to recommend to you Under the Whispering Door by T.J. Klune, because the vibes, they're just immaculate, and it also follows a man who has just died, and he gets visited by this girl who takes him to this place, which is a tea shop. So I think it's just perfect. Alternatively, if you are not really looking for ways into the afterlife, then I haven't read it yet, but it involves tea making and the art of tea making, and it is A Magic Steeped in Poison by Judy Eileen. And I don't know an awful lot about this, but look how beautiful that is. And as a tea drinker myself, I'll just recommend what I like. If you like hot chocolate, and that is your favourite, and it's probably because of the cosy vibes that it gives you, that kind of warming feeling, I would recommend Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones, because that's exactly what it feels like. It feels like a big old hug, and it is a comfort read for sure. And that's what I would recommend. That follows Sophie as she gets cursed to be an old lady. She meets the wizard Howl and goes on some adventures to try to get her youth back, essentially. If your favourite drink is water, which I'm surprised by, because that is unusual, this also includes flavoured water. I would recommend to you The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V. Schwab. Very bright, that's not much better, okay. This follows Addie LaRue as she essentially gets cursed to have an invisible life. She lives for a very long time, but nobody remembers her. So this is one of my favourite books, so you're welcome. If your favourite drink is some kind of juice, or like orange juice, apple juice, etc., or squash, as we call it in the UK, which is just a concentrated, essentially fruit juice, and then topped up with water, I would recommend to you the Daevabad Trilogy by S.H. Chakraborty. Not for any particular reason. I just wanted to recommend it because I really, really enjoyed it. And it follows a girl who goes on an adventure with the djinn after she discovers that she has powers, and they go to the city of Daevabad. And it's honestly amazing. So that's all there is to it. There's a lot of magic. There's some political kind of things in, especially more so in the second and third books. But I loved it. Alternatively, if you like juice, you might be a little bit younger. So then I would recommend Lumberjanes to you because it's just a bit of fun, really. It's a bunch of fun, girl power, feminism, but also it's a bit ridiculous. It's got some really fun scenes in it with interesting creatures, shall we say, and it's always a good time. If your favourite drink is a milkshake, I'm going to assume that you do enjoy the youthful side of life, I suppose. I'm going to assume that you like Disney films, maybe. I know I do, so that's fine. Or just, well, a milkshake or a milk-based drink is what I'm going for this one. But I assume you like something just a little bit out of the ordinary. So, what I would recommend to you is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. Because although it's a children's book, it's a bit of a wild ride. And to be honest, I loved it because it got me thinking a little bit, and throughout the book I was thinking, that makes a weird kind of sense. So that's how that is. Yes, so I would definitely recommend to you that. Definitely read it. Don't watch films. Don't do that. Just read it. You'll see the kind of weirdness that I'm talking about. If your favourite drink is some kind of alcohol, then I would assume that you like your head to be a bit out of it. So for this one, I've picked the perfect book for you because while reading it, I was out of it. You follow the main character as he wakes up and doesn't have a flipping clue what's happened or what's going on. And the book is The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton. This was something else. It was really interesting being in the head of someone who didn't have a flipping clue, and you just go along with him as he discovers everything, and you discover it with him. So it's a murder mystery, but it's different from any other murder mystery I've ever read. And that is kind of why I think that someone who enjoys alcohol the most would very much enjoy it. Hopefully. So there's that one. If your favourite drink is not just black coffee, but espresso, and you're one of those people who enjoy a double espresso, or maybe even you're one of those people who will go for the quadruple espresso, I think that you're the kind of person who would enjoy The Atlas 6 by Olivie Blake. Because that's what it feels like when you're reading it. It feels like you're obviously in a dark academia setting and you've drunk a quadruple espresso. I think it's perfect, to be honest, if you have drunk a quadruple espresso, because your mind is just going like 10 million miles an hour, and that is exactly what this book feels like. So this follows 6 people as they get invited to... what is it? Hold that thought. The Alexandrian Society, there we go, which is the Library of Alexandria. They get invited to study and work out how to use their magic, or most of them already know how to use their magic, let's face it. But honing their magic, pursuit of knowledge, and yes, I just think you're that kind of person. This is based on so many assumptions. It is just a bit of fun. That's what we're going for here. If your favourite drink is a mocktail, because you like alcohol and you like sweet things, but you don't like the actual alcohol, if that doesn't make any sense, this is the kind of day it is today, okay? Just bear with me. Just go with it, okay? Yes. So if your favourite drink's a mocktail, you like it to look like alcohol, but it's not alcohol. So we're going with A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers, because it looks like a sci-fi, even reads like a sci-fi, but really it's a really sweet, warm hug, and I think that you would enjoy it. So this follows a young woman who goes onto a ship, I think a mining ship, I want to say, and she's kind of hiding who she is, and she meets this crew and they kind of become found family. So yeah, that's why I think mocktail lovers, they're going to like this kind of book. And it is a very sweet book. If you like a sci-fi but you don't enjoy all the epic space battles, which to be fair most people do when they're reading a sci-fi, or if you want a break from epic space battles, read this book instead. If your favourite drink is specifically bubble tea or boba, then I'm going to assume that you're just the kind of person who enjoys really cute, fluffy things, and you like something aesthetically pleasing. That's what we're going to go for. And for this, I would like to recommend to you, boba lovers, The Tea Dragon Society by Kay O'Neill, because it's exactly that. It's aesthetically pleasing, it's really, really cute, and it's easy to read, and it's just lovely. And it's a graphic novel about tea dragons. Who wouldn't love tea dragons? They're so cute. You need to read it. If your favourite drink is some kind of fizzy drink, so we're going with just anything carbonated. So for some people that might be called soda, for some people it might be called pop, or you just call it fizzy drinks. Lemonade, Coke, etc. I think that you would like something that feels a bit fizzy. That's a really weird explanation for what it is. Okay, it feels a bit fizzy. It's a bit of fun, and it's got some magic in it. and it's got some little surprises in the form of creepy ghouls. So if you know me, you know that the book I want to recommend to you is The Stardust Thief by Chelsea Abdullah, because it's excellent. I really, really enjoyed it. And it follows a girl who is the Midnight Merchant. She gets into some trouble at the palace and then has to go on a quest to find a lamp. And my god, are there twists and little fizzy pops on the way. So, that's what I want to recommend. Do I even say this one? This one is ridiculous, so don't mind me. I was in a weird mood when I did this. If your favourite drink is the blood of your enemies, I would recommend to you Gideon the Ninth. That's all I'm saying about it. That's it. If your favourite drink, can I even look at what this says? If it's a barley or rice derived drink, then I think you would enjoy something traditional, because usually those kind of drinks are going to be traditional and cultural. So, I'd like to recommend to you Circe by Madeline Miller, because it's a retelling of a traditional Greek mythology, but with a feminist undercurrent, and it follows Circe through her life. And I just think that sounds like it would go very well with some kind of rice drink. Let's go with. And my last one is, if your favourite drink is a smoothie, any kind of smoothie, whether it's a fruit smoothie, a vegetable smoothie, a protein smoothie for some reason, I would like to recommend to you Inkheart by Cornelia Funker, I think. Yes, I would like to recommend to you Inkheart, because I think that if you're a smoothie person, I think you would enjoy something that's a bit light. Well, is it light though? It's technically for children, but some of the stuff that happens in this series, well, I have to read it to find out. I think this follows Mo. Yeah, Mo and Maggie. They are a father and daughter, and they love stories. And Mo has a little power. When he reads stories, things come out of it. Things come true. So he hasn't read to his daughter until one day when he reads out loud. And all hell breaks loose. And I love this series. And if you like any kind of smoothie, I think you will too. That was a very random video. Let me know what your favourite drink is. If I've missed anything, tell me and I'll recommend you a book. Yeah, so let me know what your favourite drink is. Let me know which book you've got and whether you've read it before or enjoyed it. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.